Venezuela as a nation does not allow itself to be threatened, intimidated, or coerced by anyone under any circumstances.
We may be having some discussions with Maduro, and we'll see how that turns out.
Until November 16th, U.S. President Donald Trump had a firm position on Venezuelan strongman Nicolás Maduro. From the White House calling Maduro an illegitimate president to the U.S. offering a $50 million reward for his arrest, Trump made it very clear at every possible occasion that he wanted Maduro out. But President Trump's latest remarks on Nicolás Maduro in Venezuela suggest something else, perhaps something for good this time. Senior officials in the Trump administration held 3 meetings at the White House this week to review potential military actions in Venezuela, according to sources, as U.S. military activity in the Caribbean continues to grow. Reuters reported, President Donald Trump even positioned F-35 fighter jets, multiple warships, and a nuclear submarine in the region, escalating the buildup that followed 2 months of lethal strikes targeting Venezuelan vessels. Earlier in the week, the Gerald R. carrier strike group entered the Caribbean, deploying more than 75 aircraft and over 5,000 personnel. The Pentagon even launched Operation Southern Spear at Trump's direction, under which the United States conducted its 20th strike on Monday against an alleged drug trafficking boat, killing 4 people aboard. But was it all for nothing? Just to scare Maduro? On multiple occasions, President Trump has issued threats toward Maduro and argued that U.S. strikes on Venezuela are needed to destroy drug cartels and protect America from narco-terrorists. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has denounced the U.S. irresponsible plan to carry out 5 days of military exercises in Trinidad and Tobago starting Sunday. He also accused Washington of pushing a criminal war and urged the public to stay alert. The drill announcement follows the U.S. deployment of a guided missile destroyer to Trinidad and Tobago last month for training operations, an action Venezuela criticized as a military provocation.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago has once again announced some exercises, irresponsibly lending its waters, specifically those located off the coast of Sucre State, for the purpose of conducting military exercises that are clearly intended to be threatening and intimidating to a sovereign republic such as Venezuela. Venezuela as a nation does not allow itself to be threatened, intimidated, or coerced by anyone under any circumstances. They say they will do it from Monday to Thursday. Well, the people of Trinidad and Tobago will see. If they continue to tolerate their waters and land being used to seriously threaten the peace of the Caribbean, and this is a task, a responsibility, and a duty that I set from here, from this very place, for all the popular, social, political, military, and police forces, for all the forces and organizations of the nation as a whole. Not to fall for provocations at any time, but to mobilize with patriotic fervor to say, get out of here, imperialist ships. Get out of here, military threats. Venezuela deserves respect. And I reaffirm every day to the people of the United States, listen to me. War in the Caribbean, war for America, nah. Eternal war, no. Peace. Yes. Peace for America, yes.
U.S. President Donald Trump has often been seen taking U-turns from his bold decisions to suit himself. Trump's latest remarks on Maduro also imply that the president is about to make another major U-turn, this time on Venezuela's leader. Did Trump get scared of Maduro's threats? Now, Trump wants to resolve the conflict with Venezuela through talks, not through a bloodbath. Trump wants to talk with Maduro and see how that turns out. During a recent press interaction, he said as much, but offered no further details about the possibility of talks with the Venezuelan leader. However, the Venezuelan Communications Ministry did not immediately respond to Trump's remarks. Notably, U.S. officials say the Cartel de los Soles is working with Venezuela's Tren de Aragua gang, already labeled a foreign terrorist group by Washington, to traffic drugs into the United States. The Trump administration has claimed that President Maduro leads the cartel, though he denies it. When asked if Senator Rubio's statement means the U.S. might target Maduro's assets and infrastructure in Venezuela, Trump replied, "It gives us that option, but we haven't decided to use it." With Trump's latest remarks and his surprising desire to establish talking terms with Maduro, how things will develop in the Caribbean will be interesting to see.
Any update on Venezuela, Mr. President? On Venezuela update?
No update on Venezuela.
With the designation of that cartel associated with Maduro, does that mean that the U.S. government can target Maduro's assets or infrastructure inside Venezuela?
It allows us to do that, but we haven't said we're going to do that. And we may be having some discussions with Maduro, and we'll see how that turns out. They would like to talk.
Mr. President, Representative Massey says he's concerned that the Epstein probe you are calling for could be a smokescreen to block the release of more files. Is that the case?
Well, I don't want to talk about it because fake news like you're a terrible reporter, and fake news like you, they just keep bringing that up to deflect from the tremendous success of the Trump administration. So a guy like Massey, his poll numbers are showing he's at 6% approval rating right now. And we call him Rand Paul Jr. because he never votes for the Republican Party. So they're using Jeffrey Epstein as a deflection from the tremendous success that we're having as a party.
Mr. President, you said they want to talk. You said Venezuela wants to talk. What does that mean?
Venezuela would like to talk. What does it mean? You tell me. I don't know.
You want to talk to them?
I talk to anybody. I talk to you, right? I talk to anybody. We'll see what happens.
Her life could be at danger because of the rhetoric.
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Okay, what about you?
Are you negotiating with lawmakers on health care ahead of a vote next month?
We're negotiating with lawmakers, and I've had personal talks with some Democrats. I can't tell you who they are. I just don't want to do that. It's not fair to them. About paying large amounts of dollars back to the people. You know, this was my idea. It came up during that. You know, oftentimes under times of stress, like the shutdown, you come up with great ideas that you wouldn't have thought of before. The insurance companies are making a fortune. Their stock is up over 1,000% over a short period of time. They are taking in hundreds of billions of dollars, and they're not really putting it back, certainly not like they should. So when I see this, and when I've seen this over the last pretty short period of time, I said, why do we just pay this money directly to the people of our country and let them buy their own health insurance? And you know, I made that statement, and I made it a little bit cavalierly, but it sounded good. And everybody has picked it up, including Democrats. And I am talking to some Democrats right now about doing that. People love it. We're going to take the money. Well, if it gets approved, we're going to take the money. We're going to pay it back to the people of our country to go out and buy health insurance. Now, they can put it in a health account. We can do it a lot of different ways. But they buy their own health insurance. They can negotiate price. And it's going to be locked, so they can't go out and buy a Cadillac. They can go out and buy health insurance.